Addis.
Wow, man, every time, man, this happens. Like, I thought I was going to cry, man. You guys got it easy for me now. This is a big step too, man. First degree, and getting a black belt was one thing. That's one step, and seeing these guys get promoted today, it shows you, yeah, we have the emotional team energy, but what we've been through as an academy, from when I started, we didn't have one black belt here, not one. Nobody was a black belt here. I think Professor Eddie was a purple belt when I started. He was a blue belt. Adam, a blue belt. And just from where we started to where we are now, day and night. And now we have a team. We have a community, basically. You know what I mean? Of supporters. And I consider every single one of you guys my family. And from the white belts all the way to the black belts. Every one of you guys. When I come here, for me, I teach you guys. I learn every single day. You guys motivate me. I tell everybody every time I teach class, that 1 hour you guys are here, that's that 1 hour you dedicate to yourself. You don't think about your bills, you don't think about your problems. You come here and you're worried about getting the guy off your face, getting the guy off your chest, that can't breathe, you know what I mean? That's the struggle. You take that 1 hour and you really get yourself away. And when you come here, and like they said, it's not just about, jiu-jitsu here, it's a spiritual knowledge that you learn here, especially from these guys, man. These guys are, I kid you not, these are like my brothers, like legit, I consider them my brothers, I feel like I'm a part of the Red Hook family, yeah, man. So like Red Hook, because these guys done so much for me, and like, I know everybody said, guys said, oh, they done, believe it, you guys are here long enough, these guys will inspire you, man, to change your life, you're gonna be a different person, and I cannot thank them enough, for introducing this art to me, and man, this time that got me started was Muhammad, man. When I saw him, he was my dad's friend. He was swole, man. He was a stocky guy, man. Beard. And I was like, man, I want to be like that guy, And I remember walking up, and he was like, hey, telling my dad, bring him in. I came in here, and I seen it was Eddie, Adam. And these guys are just tearing up each other. I was like, man, I want to be part of this, man. And I want to be the macho man. I want to be a tough guy, But over the years, man, I am the man that I am today because of these guys, My family, my family's been pushing me through everything, to keep me training. But these guys are like my real mentors. I'm the father that I am because of these guys. Learned a lot from these guys. And so there's nothing. There's no more words I can explain to thank you guys. So thank you guys, everybody.
The next guy, guys, he runs a school in Bosnia. So if you guys ever want to travel to Bosnia and see the beautiful city where I was born. Farm. We have a population of 5,000 people in my town. That's a lot. We actually have a hospital there too. and one hotel. So if you speak around my family, they say like, oh, we had a hotel, we're not a village. So that's a big deal. Muhammad.
Say about our club, our Red team, maybe we look tough, but we are like really sensitive. But I like that. I like that because this is like when you come here, you come home, second home. You feel good. After my 8 hours working construction, so hard to come here. But when I come, when I go back, I say to my son Amir, because he is all the time with me, thanks God, we came to train. See these nice faces, smiley faces, like somebody you see, like you come home and everybody's happy when they see you, so same thing here. I didn't see any face that they are like you know, they don't like you. So this is something, you know, it's hard to find, you know, anywhere. Even between families, like, it's hard to find, you know, everybody like it. So, you know, this team, it's helped me I changed my life. All my family is involved in Jiu-jitsu. At least everybody like Jiu-jitsu. We opened a school in Bosnia, so you are welcome there anytime. So I don't know what to say. I'm not really, you know, thanks to everybody. I love you so much. You know, I hope we're gonna train more and more years together and be more close than we are now. You know, like a friends and like a family. Thank you.
John.
I am not the greatest at speeches, but Jiu-jitsu has been, probably the most important thing in my life. When I get beat down, when I don't think I'm going to get back up, Jiu-jitsu makes me get back up. The stuff that I've gone through in my life, the things that I've done, Jiu-jitsu has always been there for me. When I've had a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year, Jiu-jitsu always helps me. You guys always help me keep doing what I'm doing. I don't really have any more, but thank you guys.
This second stripe means a lot. You know what a second stripe means, guys? You know what power you get with this second stripe? You can give out black belts, right? From what I understand, right? So Thomas.
It's a special moment for many reasons. I feel I'm surrounded by amazing training partners. I'm surrounded by amazing leadership from all sides, but also I'm joined by two individuals who are purely responsible for me training for the past 17 years, Professor JT and Professor Eric. Without them, I would not be here, literally. They started me doing this, what I do. But ultimately, when I think about all this, it boils down to not necessarily the training partners. That's great. The leadership is awesome. But it all boils down to you. Your goals, your motivation, your inspiration. And as I was thinking about this, I'll share a quick story with you. I promise won't be long. A quick story with you that really impacted my life some time ago, and I really like to think about it that way, about my goals, and hopefully in some way it inspires you or impacts you. And I'm stealing this story from Simon Sinek, who's a quite popular public speaker and motivator. But essentially, do we have any runners here, people who run or attend running events, or have you ever done 5K, 10K, 15K? If you have or witnessed it, you know that the moment you cross the finish line, there's a bunch of tables, usually vendors, food. Most of the time it's free. So there's two friends who do the event and they cross the finish line and they celebrate their achievement, their goal. And the moment they cross the line, they see the tables with food. And one of them turns to another and goes, "Hey dude, look, free bagels." And the other one goes, yeah, but look at this long line. And the first one goes, but free bagels. And he goes, I know, but the line. So that first one finally goes, dude, free food. And the second one turns and goes, I know, but that line. So the first one finally gets, in some aggravation, goes halfway into the line, says, excuse me, reaches through the line, picks up 2 random bagels and goes back to him and say, free bagels. And this is when it hits him. There's 2 types of people in this world. People who see the goal and people who see all of the obstacles on the way to the goal. And it's really up to you which one you fall into. So go chase your goals. Go chase your dreams. Thank you.
Sid, Goldstein.
It's going to look good on my resume now that I'm retired. Looking for a second career. No. You know, it's funny. When I was watching everybody accept their promotions, I'm looking at that wall and it says, the best amongst you are those with the best manners and character. And I'm thinking how absolutely true that rings here. And it was so gratifying to take a small part in playing an important role with PJ and Antonio, who exemplify that every single time they get here on the mat. And I'll tell you something else. It's the Redzovic family that sets the tone. It's Eddie and Adam and Idris and Haris that every day they follow the code. And let me tell you something, there's been times where it's been hard. When we started 25 years or so ago, we were lucky enough to get a small Lakeview High School wrestling room, and if we had 7 or 8 guys show up, we considered ourselves lucky. And I will never forget, Eddie told me decades ago, he says, Sid, someday we will have an academy with lots of black belts. And I was like, yeah, it'd be nice, yeah. And sure enough, his vision became fruition. It came to be. And I'm so glad that I'm part of this family. And I just want you guys to know we're very fortunate.
Just to extrapolate a little bit on what Sid said, we started off with a couple guys we should thank for bringing Jiu-Jitsu to Chicago, Jason Ori and Nico Helzanotis, who aren't even here. But they had the vision to go out and get blue belts from Hoyce and Hori and bring it back. We started in Lakeshore Athletic Club with 6 people, 6? Something like that. So I want to really, I'm another one to thank Sid. He had kind of taught me how to swim. I was done running and I'd hurt my back, I'd always run. And he kind of saw me in the pool flopping around and he said, you want to learn how to swim? Or I said, well, I thought that's what I was doing, you know? And he kind of taught me a little bit about how to stretch my arms out and not just go like this, you know? And so one day I'm walking out of the pool, he goes, Barry, come here. you gotta see this stuff. It's cool as anything. It's really great. And I walk in, there's some guys rolling around on a mat, and I go, what's this? Some little 16-year-old high school kid that was, I'm only 150, but he must have been 120 pounds. And I'm gonna pick him up and just slam him, you know? And as I go, he gets me in a triangle choke. And I'm choking and I'm ready to pass out, you know? I didn't even know enough to tap. Thank goodness he let go, you know? And then it happened again. And I went, what the heck happened? How did you do that? As soon as you ask that question, you're hooked. Because how did you do that? Well, what if I do this? And then I'll do this. And then what do you do this? And it's a never-ending battle, you know? The never-ending game of chess that you keep going on and on and on. And I want to thank Eddie for having the vision. You know, I'm in business. I've been in business for 40 years. But I really admire the way Eddie had a long-term vision, went down, realized we weren't getting anywhere with the original people that we signed up, took it upon himself to go down to Brazil, to bring up Marcio and Gracie Baja, and stay with them for 10 years, okay? And we grew and we grew and we helped them immensely, but it was a two-way street. And then I want to thank Adam for having the guts to split from them. And when we split, we became better. We now can bring people in like this gentleman, Carly Gracie, where we couldn't before. There's a sign in the other room that says black belts are white belts that never quit. And that's really, really the truth. You know, as long as you can put one foot in front of the other foot, there is no obstacle that can stop you from getting to that door. Okay? And that's kind of the motivation that I keep going with. If I can move, if I can get up, I'm going to make it here. And I just want to thank you guys again for everything. You guys have built a great academy, and you're really great role models. Thank you.
Before I start crying, I'd like to, thank our guests that came today. We have a lot of black belts, leaders of their own programs, and you guys are always welcome here. Our doors are always open. We wear different patches, but we all are jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? So we're divided by teams when we go and compete against each other, but after those matches are done, we're all one big family, and hopefully we continue to grow and know that you're have friends here. And thank you for coming. Some advice that I would give, I'm living a dream. This is a dream. It's something me and my brother, my cousin, we really, I kind of feel like life is over. I achieved my dream. So my advice, it's a cliche, you've heard it, I've heard it, but I really believe it, dream big. Because I'm very content. Everything I ever wanted, I have it. So now I regret not wanting more. But everything's possible. We're just a couple of guys who we were not really good in school. We didn't have the business sense of how to create anything. We kind of just figured things out in the trenches, but we had passion. We love the art. We know what the art can do for you. And God willing, we'll continue to be on the front line of this team and try to make you proud. So thank you to my brother, thank you to Master Carly, thank you to everybody for coming out here. We have two more promotions. One is going to be Professor Thomas is promoting one of his students from his academy. So Professor Thomas, can you come up for a moment?
So, as I mentioned, as I mentioned earlier, I have this privilege today to share this mat not only with this amazing leadership of all of you guys and amazing training partners, but also with someone who played a fundamental role in my jiu-jitsu. And today, with the approval of these amazing guys, Adam, Idris, Grandmaster, and Professor Addy, I would like to bring Professor JT.
I can't say it better than anybody else that's already been up here, so I'm just going to say thanks. I'm thankful to have the health to be able to do this, the time to be able to do it, the support system, my family, my friends, these guys that think enough of me to do this. So thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Big honor. Okay, so I mean, it's so cool to be a part of this. You know, this is history here. This is the son of Carlos Gracie Sr. So to just be a part of this promotion that you're going to witness now is just really cool, really grateful. So, house then.
Hard to top off any of those speeches. It was really good. I wasn't expecting this anytime soon, so I'm very humbled, and I'm really humbled to get it here as well, because I've been out here a handful of times throughout the past many years, and it's always very inspiring to see you guys work. You guys have tremendous heart, and you guys really help build each other. You know, when we spar with other people, it's really a privilege because it helps us build our own game. You know, people have unique reactions, and it helps us build our unique reactions as well and figure out ourselves. So interconnected, we are really helping each other grow. You know, you guys have built to my game. You know, Brick back there, a lot of people, good to see you. A lot of people here have helped me grow. So I really appreciate it. And just, I was talking to Adam this morning about appreciation, gratitude, and it really makes life so sweet and so much better because we can learn so much more when we appreciate all the opportunities that are presented in front of us. And sometimes I just see my dad teaching and I feel like this guy's really my father, and I don't feel like a Gracie, I'm just some guy, So I just really try to humble myself and appreciate it. I know I'm really in a spectacular position being in this family, and I'm just trying to, carry the weight on my shoulders, not in a negative way, but it's really a privilege to try to get the source from my dad and get all those lost details that aren't really being passed down so strongly. And hopefully I can carry those on and keep helping us all grow. So thank you guys so much for the support.
Very good speech. Very good.
Okay, guys, I want to thank you guys. The one who's not thankful to the people is not thankful to God. So thank God for giving us the ability to be here, for all of the gifts that we have. And I thank you, my students, all of you guys, and our guests. Thank you guys for being with us. And this says a lot here. When you guys come in, this is that motto that we stick by. It's a reminder. Anybody who has been training with us, all of you guys for so many years, let's continue to stick with that. And I would ask you to close it up. Maybe give us some closing suggestions, comments, some advice from your to leave us with something.
Well, you all have to know that this is a Jiu-Jitsu family, right? Like I was talking about. And keep it in mind too that
you all develop this together, you know. Jiu-jitsu never stop developing, and it's the student and the practice, the continued practice, that make the development of Jiu-jitsu. I'm a red belt now, I'm at the top level, but I'm still learning, I'm still developing, because, like I said, never stop development of Jiu-jitsu, you know. So I'm very honored to have a chance to be here and see all of you here practicing Jiu-jitsu, and a pleasure to give the seminar, and I look forward to do this again in the future. And remember, we are a family, a Jiu-jitsu family.